when he came back, he wrote a letter to his friend and confidant James Monroe,
Mm-hmm.
who would later on be, I think, the fifth president. He said, and the quote was, "My God, how little do my countrymen know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and which no other people on earth enjoy." Lou and I were just talking before we started to hit the record button. We started talking about how important it is to get different perspectives. And this goes hand in hand with our other podcast where we talk about that this country was founded on dialogue. It's founded on a give and take. It's founded on the need to have those respectful arguments. You can have an argument that's fine, but it's the whole idea of exchanging thoughts and processes and different ways to look at the world. Here's this guy who's lived in pretty much comfort in Virginia and Philadelphia when he's gone to the Continental Congress. And that's been all what he's known. Now he's gone to Europe. He's come back and he's going around as governor to different places within the Commonwealth and seeing different people. And it really hits him. Wow, we really have it so good. The stuff that's here, that's made available to us, that we were able to put in place through the revolution. Wow. So a little bit of a segue, but not too much of a segue. If you get a chance, go out of your comfort zones. If you live in the Northeast, travel through the Midwest or the West or the South. Or if you're always from the South, go to the Northwest, go to California, go to Northeast, wherever it is, challenge your
Travel,
assumptions. Right.
travel.
Anyway, I'll
Check
get
out.
off my high horse.
No, no, no. But you're absolutely right. It's a matter of getting an outside perspective. Travel to other countries. See what they have. But don't just go there as a tourist, but actually go there to take a look at things and really see, and find out about the country before you go there. It's having been overseas and having and been stationed overseas. It changes your perspective on a lot of different things. And for, as I've said before, America is not a perfect country. We're a young country in the history of the world, and we're trying our best. And that, again, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, these are ideals, and that we're still trying to live up to those ideals that our founding fathers, like Jefferson, laid out for us. So, but anyway, it's again, it's something that's great. And again, it gave Jefferson the perspective that not many other people had at that time. It's not like a lot of the people traveled across the world at that time. Very few people did it. And even most of our founding fathers had never been there. So he had a unique perspective. And just to circle back, if anyone has an opportunity to read Democracy in America, that is another book that is just, I highly recommend. And it's a Frenchman's version of what he views in America. So
Well, when he came back from being the ambassador, he found out that here's George Washington just been elected president, first president, and George Washington says, "Hey man, Thomas,
you're the one.
you're the one I want to be my Secretary of State." So Thomas
You're the one that
Jefferson
I
was our
want.
first
The one that I
Secretary of State.
want. I'm sorry.
Du, du, du.
So yes, he was the one that Washington wanted because of his education, because he's been to other countries and he's familiar with Europe and has seen it and has those connections. So,
But unfortunately, in Washington's cabinet,
mhm.
there were some rifts that started to build and really came to a head at the end or toward the end of Washington's second term. There were Federalists, that Washington was a Federalist, and Jefferson was they called themselves a Republican, really a Democrat. They called the Democrat Republican
Republican
Party,
Party,
but they
yep.
called themselves Republicans.
The first opposition party.
Right. And painting with a very, very broad brush. The Federalists believed in a strong national government, a federal government, having broader interpretation of the Constitution so that they can use it for different things, not just strict interpretation. And they wanted neutrality with Europe. They didn't want to get involved with European affairs. It's just a mess. We already divorced ourselves from the crown.
We
It's
just
just
broke up. We
the
don't want to start seeing our ex. The breakup letter.
it's true. It's true. And whereas the Democratic Republicans would say the supremacy of the state at the state level is what's more important than a centralized federal government. They generally believed in a stricter interpretation of the Constitution. And, Jefferson, for example, was a big supporter of the French revolutionaries and the French Revolution. We already did it. Let's help them and maybe get involved in some European things. Well, those rifts really started to build, and
Right.
it got to Jefferson where he kept getting outvoted. So in 1794, he resigned instead of continuing to butt heads with everybody.